Hey there, Regina Allen here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. This week, we're getting back to some basics. Have you ever felt like you are struggling, that you're starting to feel a little overwhelmed, that your business is starting to feel maybe a little heavy, and your shoulders are sagging, and you're thinking, why am I even doing this? Well, those feelings in your body, those things that are going on, they're actually signs. They're signals in your brain that are telling you it's time to take a step back. It's time to take a step back in what I call a clarity break. Now, what is a clarity break? Well, we all start out pretty clear on what we're doing. We figure out all of our stuff and then we get going and we start moving along. Somewhere along the line, that clarity starts being a little less clear. It starts getting a little fuzzy. And what we thought we were doing kind of veered off course a little bit. And that's where we start feeling like, wow, I'm starting to struggle. I'm starting to feel overwhelmed and I'm starting to get a little burnt out here because it just seems so hard now. Stop for a minute. Is it really hard, or are you making it that way? Because things have just accumulated. That's when you need a clarity break. So this week, our theme is all about business clarity. Now, what does that actually mean to what you're doing? Well, clarity has a couple different things, right? So clarity comes in different formats. And when you think about clarity for your business, think about all the things that you do every day. Are you clear with your marketing? Are you clear? Let's get back to basics. Are you clear with who you serve, or has that kind of gotten out of hand and it's like different people started coming in and now you're serving everyone, which we know you can't serve everyone. Are you trying to serve everyone or a very specific group? So, clarity isn't about having everything figured out. It's basically about removing the unnecessary confusion from your brain and from your audience. So when you are unclear about your business, it takes longer to grow. Your confusion shows up as that hesitation, procrastination, overthinking, that kind of thing. That's where it's time to take that clarity break. Clear businesses make decisions faster. So let's talk about 3 places where you can add some clarity this week. The first one, who do you help? Clarify who you help. If you had to describe who you help in one sentence, could you do that? When you think about if somebody said, well, who is your audience? If you can't answer that in one sentence and you go into a paragraph, well, I help these people and I kind of help these people too. And I help, and I can help these people too. Broad descriptions create fuzzy messaging, right? You can't talk to everybody because it confuses people as to who you actually serve. And the thing is, you don't need to exclude people. You just need to be specific. So clarity helps you get the right people. It helps the right people recognize themselves in your messaging. So finish the sentence. I help who is that audience, who want what? What is that one result they want? There's your one sentence right there. Just fill in those blanks. I help who want what? If you can fill that in, you've got clarity in your audience. Now, the second one is to clarify your offer. Now, if somebody asked you, what do you sell, or, what services do you provide? Can you explain it without giving them the long backstory? Or is it a 5-minute conversation because, well, I help these people do this and I have this program that does this and I'm certified in this and I do this and I do that. Yeah, cut. A clear offer solves one main problem. And when you have a simple offer, it's actually easier to market it and sell it to people because they are very clear about what you do. And if they're looking for that exact result, they're in. There's no question. You actually don't have to sell. All you do is say, here's what I have. And somebody says, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Here's my credit card. So confusion slows down your sales. So get clear about what you offer to your client. So you have that ideal client, that who you sell to and what result that you give them. Now, what is it that you offer them? So what is that number one problem that your offer solves first? Answer that question. And then the last tip, number 3, is clarify how someone actually works with you. Again, if you go into a long story about how your program works and how people work with you, it can get confusing to the person who's listening to that. A little bit of clarity goes a long way here. You know, a lot of people don't actually think about this. So first off, how does somebody go from finding you to working with you? Do you have a clear path for them to follow? Do they come to a master class and you have a low ticket offer that leads them to your high ticket offer? Do you have a product-based service, that a product-based company that where you have something that you're selling and you have a clear message for exactly who wants it, for exactly the result that they're looking for, and it makes it very clear how they get it? Is the next step for them obvious? Or do they have to think about it? Because honestly, there's just way too many people doing everything out there. And if you make it confusing and it's not obvious how to get it from you, guess what? They're going to go get it from someone else. So make it easy for people to say, you have exactly what I want, and I know I want to work with you. Here's my credit card. What is that next step? Is that next step, if you're a coach or a consultant, is that next step, do they sign some kind of a agreement with you if they're working with you on what's expected of both your side and their side? Is there some kind of agreement? What is that client path, that blueprint for them to come into your world and start working with you? Because when it's clear for them, it's clear for you, and you have step by step by step instructions on exactly how you're going to help people out. It makes it clear all around. So the question on this one is, what is the very next step someone should take if they want to work with you? Do they go to a landing page? Do they have a call with you? What is that next step? So how do they get there? And then what is that next step? Make it clear so that they know exactly what they need to do next. So here's the deal. Clarity does not come from doing more. It actually comes from doing less and doing it more clearly. So you don't have to keep adding and adding and adding. A lot of times when clarity gets fuzzy, we actually start building and adding more stuff on it because we think we're doing something wrong or something's not working right, and we just keep piling things on top of it. All that does is make it more fuzzy and less clear. So take that clarity break, step back, and ask yourself, is this clear? And if it's not, take some time, clarify it, and get back out there. So pick just one area to work on. Think about those 3 things. Think about that client that you work with. That first sentence of, I help who want what? I help coaches and consultants who want more clients. Something simple. What is it that you do? And then, or what problem does your offer solve first? And then the next one is, what's the very next step someone should take if they want to work with you? So just pick one of those areas and see if you can answer that, or take all 3 and do them all together. They all fit step by step by step to create clarity for your ideal client and for you, so that you can move forward with confidence. Clarity builds confidence. So let me know if this helped you out. If it did, and it's helping you get clearer, or if it's not helping you get clearer, drop a comment in the chat, in the comments below. Drop a comment in the comments. And let me know where I can help you gain some clarity in your business. I'm happy to help you out in the chat right here and give you at least a little push, a nudge in the right direction so you can gain clarity in your business this week. That's what I've got for you this week. We'll see you next time on Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Bye for now.